What's up guys, Ray back with X-Tech Tactical again for another overview video. Today we're going to be covering the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus carry comp as well as the Shield X carry comp. You know the routine, we're going to jump into some of the technical specs, talk about the features of the guns, measurements, weight, things like that, and capacity, comparing the two against each other, and figure out if any of these options are viable for you with the plethora of things on the market today. So let's get a quick safety check going, remove our magazine, make sure that these are completely unloaded, no ammunition inside of the chamber there. As well as our Shield Plus carry comp, and no ammunition in that chamber, so we are good to go to do some measurements and jump into the specs. And measuring the Shield Plus carry comp from the muzzle down to the furthest point of that beaver tail, looks like we're coming in right at 7 1/16 inches on that guy. And from the base of our magazine to the top of our slide, looks like we're coming with 4 7/8 inches to the top of the slide there. And for our width, 1.05 inches. Weight on the Shield Plus carry comp unloaded, no magazine, 1 pound 3.2 ounces. With the unloaded 13 round magazine, 1 pound 5.9 ounces. With a fully loaded 13 round, 1 pound 10.4 ounces. And with our extra round for a loaded chamber, 1 pound 10.8 ounces. Weight for the Shield X carry comp, unloaded, no magazine, 1 pound 2.2 ounces. With an unloaded 15 round magazine, 1 pound 4.6 ounces. With a fully loaded 15 round magazine, 1 pound 9.1 ounces. And with the extra round, 1 pound 9.7 ounces. All right, let's jump into some trigger readings here. Again, double checking and verifying that our chamber is actually clear before we press on that trigger. And looks like the Shield X carry comp is coming in at 4.8 pounds. Again, making sure there's no ammunition inside that chamber before we do our trigger reading. And we're coming in at 4.8 pounds. Taking some measurements on the Shield X carry comp, going from the tip of our muzzle down to the furthest point on our beaver tail. Looks like we're coming in right at 6 7/8 inches. From the lowest point of our magazine to the top of our slide, looks like we're coming in right about 4 7/8 inches there. All right, checking a quick width of our frame, look like we're coming in at 1.022 inches on that. So looking at the two side by side, we notice on the Shield Plus, we get a little more width on the frame there than we get on the Shield X, whereas the Shield X gives us more length without having a magazine extension to provide it than the Shield Plus does. In the hand, my hand, again, being a larger hand size, we do extend even past the magazine extension there. So we do actually run off the end of the magazine. Not exactly my preference, and that width is super skinny, although having the extra width on the direction there does allow my hand to kind of fill in on it and give it a comfortable grip. The Shield X, on the other hand, my hand does ride right along the base there of the magazine, almost extending over it, but I do notice that the thinness of this grip does tend to be a little less comfortable in my hand than the Shield Plus does. But we do get a slightly higher undercut and more kind of scalloped out beaver tail area than we get on the Shield Plus, as well as a beaver tail that extends slightly further out than we get with the Shield Plus. So I will say that I do like the way this sits in my hand better than I like the Shield Plus as far as that goes. The Shield X also having a 15 round magazine instead of the 13 round magazine is a win for the Shield X, and one of the upgrades that we've seen them roll out with that. The triggers are pretty much the same triggers in the two models, so both of them breaking right at 4.8 pounds consistently. So that's a toss up between the two models, no real difference there. We will say that we do notice as we line them up that the Shield Plus with the carry comp does extend slightly longer than the Shield X. So you get a little more compact in the direction and length of the slide versus the length of the actual grip on that one. Both of these are optics ready variants utilizing the same optic mounting solutions and all of those things. So no real difference in variance between that part of it. As far as sights go on the two, We noticed that the Shield X carry comp has blacked out rear, same as our Shield Plus carry comp. The front sight, excuse me, on there is slightly more vibrant on the Shield Plus than the Shield X, which looks like it's kind of washed out more manila than it is a bright yellow like the Shield Plus provides for us. So I do actually enjoy the front sight off of the Shield Plus more than I like the Shield X's. Serrations between the two, Smith did a good job providing kind of a low profile but still angled and kind of catchy serrations on here, whereas on the Shield Plus they actually are deeper into the slide and kind of chevron shaped, so you can get nice grip into there. Your hand really sinks into it. On the Shield X, your hand also grips into there pretty well, but I think the deeper cuts that are on the Shield Plus I am more fond of than I am these kind of multi-shallow cuts that they have on the Shield X. So when we look at our frames here, we notice that the Shield X has more of a straight trigger guard here that cuts and kind of rolls along here, as well as having texturing on the front of that trigger guard, whereas the Shield Plus is more angled and kind of rounds and rolls here. I am more fond of the Shield X's trigger guard, but also as we pay attention, the Shield X actually offers a rail, so you can mount your weapon mounted lights and things like that onto here, whereas the Shield Plus does not offer a rail. So you're forced to utilize something like a TLR6 or something that actually clamps onto your trigger guard, and that is not a very powerful light. So definitely I'm happy that they opted for putting a rail onto the Shield X and allowing you to use more functional lights that are more powerful instead. Now, if you are not a fan of carry guns that are actually ported and compensated and things like that, which a lot of people don't want the extra muzzle flash that actually comes up kind of at low light, can potentially harm your vision and ability to see your target, there are compatible options for both of these guns that do not feature port or compensation. So you can get the Shield X without the carry comp variation, as well as the standard Shield Plus that would allow you to be able to carry your gun without having the extra ports and things like that, whereas the ports are going to aid in recoil reduction. For low light performance, a lot of people would prefer the standard models instead. So that wraps it up for us today, guys. Taking a quick look at the Smith & Wesson, the Shield X carry comp, as well as the Shield Plus carry comp. Two options that exist. These guns have done very well for Smith & Wesson. The Shield series as a whole has been staple as far as concealed carry guns have gone, even won Firearm of the Year and things like that when they released. So very viable options to consider if you're looking for a carry gun. Let us know if the round counts and capacities are something that actually are an issue for you when guns exist with 17+1. Are you going for something that cuts you down to 15 or even 13 rounds, or are you looking for more ammunition capacity in your firearm that you're going to carry nowadays? Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time, guys.